Hi, this is Brandon Small with Hughes Autoformers at Majors RV in Bourne, Massachusetts. Here to highlight the Hughes Autoformer power products available to you, and certainly here at Majors RV. We'll start off with the Hughes Autoformer voltage booster, which is pictured here. It's a gray box anyway, and what it is a voltage booster and a surge protection in one. Your voltage booster aspect is going to be when plugged in between your park power and your unit. You'll receive a 2% power boost, a voltage boost consistently. And what that really is for is to make up for any voltage loss through long power leads or anything that you might have in between the pedestal and your RV. What it's going to do beyond that is monitor park power, and if that power drops below acceptable rate, which is pretty much 113 volts, it's going to boost you up to 10%, get you back in the 120 volt range, and safely operate your accessories. Something we don't always think about is when you're plugged in, you have power, but there's fluctuations in power depending on where you are on that line, maybe at the park. If you're down the end on a hot summer day and there's a lot of air conditioning load, you may be on the low voltage end. So without monitoring that or having a unit monitor that, you're kind of unaware, and running those accessories on that low voltage for a long period of time really shortens their lifespan. So just something to be aware of, and a Hughes power booster is going to help you really just take care of that for you. So again, it's going to boost your power up to about 120 where your neighbors might be at 104 or even dangerously lower. And it's doing that. The question does come up where, how does it do that? Is it taking power from a neighboring unit or pulling more power out of the pedestal? It's not. It's without getting technical, it's raising the voltage to an appropriate level while sacrificing some amps. So it's basically, it's taking what it has coming in and reorganizing that so you have a higher voltage. So that's a huge feature with the Autoformer booster. I mentioned it's a surge protector also, so it's going to, any surge spike or a lightning strike, God forbid, it's going to protect your unit from that. And one of the biggest features of Hughes Autoformer is a replacement surge module. So what that means is when you do have a power strike and it does its job, you don't have to, like our competitors, you take that that power surge protector and you'd have to discard it and buy a new unit completely. What Autoformer Hughes offers is a replacement module, which is here, and that module at a very low cost can be replaced in your unit either by a consumer or certainly here at Majors RV, and that'll get you back up and running without having to invest in a completely new device. So the Hughes Autoformer is really meant to last a lifetime. We have some accessories available for the power boosters. We have a real heavy-duty riser step that it can sit on to keep it out of maybe the muddy ground or the puddles. And we also have a weatherproof cover that you can fit over to keep it out of the weather. So those are great add-on accessories, definitely a need be. And that's the power booster products. So we have the Power Watchdog series of power surge protectors. This is a PWD 50 amp. We have 30 and 50 amp both available. This has status lights that would alert you of any wrong condition with power, right? This has a replacement surge module, just like the power boosters I mentioned. And also the biggest feature with these, the Power Watchdogs, is we have Bluetooth capability. So by downloading our free app on your Android or Apple device, you can monitor your power through the app. And so you have your status lights that you could look on the unit. You also have alerts that would come via the app. So it will tell you, not only will it alert you if there's a problem, but it will tell you what that problem is. An open ground, a power surge. It'll actually identify the problem. So one, you're aware, and two, you know what the next step is. So this is the Power Watchdog 50 amp version. We have some handholds on here to securely plug and, more importantly, unplug. There's a theft lock deterrent here, so you can lock up the device. And we move from there to what we call our Power Watchdog EPO, or Emergency Power Off Unit. This is, again, a 50 amp version. We have the 30 available too. You'll notice the big difference visually here is the Power Watchdog face. What that does is when you're plugged in and everything's working fine, this will light up white, just kind of discreetly. If there's an issue and it trips, you'll not only be alerted via Bluetooth, but it'll light up red and flash red. I don't know if you can see the light behind me, but it's that's the white feature, and then it would trigger the red. So it'll flash red, alerting you of a problem. It'll tell you on your Bluetooth device what that problem is exactly, so you know what the next step is. This again has a replacement surge module, just like all of our other units. The emergency power off feature is the EPO feature. Is going to not only is it a surge protector in that regard, but it's going to monitor park power. And if that power goes dangerously high or certainly too low, it'll shut itself off and cancel the power to your RV. What that's doing is protecting it from extreme low voltage or high. It's going to monitor that power continuously, even though it's not providing the flow to the RV. And when that power is acceptable after a 90-second period, it's going to turn back on and resupply power to the RV, and then continue on. If there's another issue, it'll shut itself down again. So, and all the while alerting you through the Bluetooth app of what it's actually doing, why it's shutting off, and the power's too high or too low. All of our power surge protectors come in hardwire or plug-in options, both the Power Booster and the Power Watchdogs. And another important point is that our response time is about 1/8 of a millisecond if there is a surge, where some competitors could be seconds, or certainly some as much as 7 seconds, which we'd all agree is certainly maybe too late. So that's our Power Watchdog components. We have a full line of accessories available. We have digital voltmeters and multicolor faces. We have plug-in Bluetooth 30 amp multimeters, and we have a lantern, 2-function lantern with a bright white LED for visibility at night, and then a sort of an amber flickering color just for ambiance at night also. So thanks for listening in on the Hughes Autoformer products. The folks here at Majors RV are certainly prepared to answer any of your questions with the support of Hughes Autoformer. Thanks again.
From top to bottom, we do it all. We'll service your camper, just give us a call. Majors